And now we'll go to the exporter, but actually I should get the console up just in case something goes wrong, because I haven't actually run the exporter in a while. There could actually be a problem. And I'm doing this without a dry run so that I can demonstrate whatever troubleshooting technique I have to use. And indeed, my main problem is it doesn't appear to be properly installed. That's a problem. I'm going to have to address that. So to install the mesh exporter, we go to Blender User Preferences, so File, User Preferences. We go to the Add-ons tab. And we install an add-on from a file. As I've said before, it's a Python file, and I happen to have a spare one stored in with my Trainz supplies. Once you've installed it in the correct folder, you do have to check the box in the Add-ons tab there, because merely installing it will not enable it. Save user settings, export, and there it is. So now, before the Trainz exporter will work, I have to manually install the Trainz mesh importer. You can download this from Oron or wherever you can find it. So I will do this the precise way. So cut, go to App Data, Roaming, Blender Foundation, Blender 2.79, Scripts, Add-ons. And there you can also see the Export Trainz Python there. Now it's installed, and we can go back to Blender. And I will open the console window in case anything goes wrong. File, Export, Trainz Mesh and Animation. I want it to go here. Export Trainz. Export finished successfully. We'll take a look at the console. And it looks as if it works. So let's take a look at it now. Make sure it's all there. Looks like it is. Now the textures are missing. The way to remedy that is to move them, or really to copy them to be on the safe side. Where is my Trainz mesh viewer? There we go. So there it is. It actually appears to work in the mesh viewer. One of the things that I know from experience, though, is that the mesh viewer will sometimes work fine when in fact the object won't work fine in or on Trainz. So as a final test, I will actually create a scenery object. So here we are in the Content Manager. I didn't actually show this part when I did my quick box tutorial way back, which is one of my most popular videos actually. If you need to create a Trainz scenery asset, or really any asset, you go to File, New Asset, and there it is. And you have to wait a few seconds so that it gives you this Content Creator Plus window. And you want to specify what kind of object it is. In this case, it's scenery. Notice there are many different classes. I'm just going to say scenery. So new. And it's not a map. It is. Let's see what class best fits. Let's say special. And country or region, category or region. Really, we're talking about worldwide. Even though the specific can I have was produced in the US for distribution in the Czech Republic, or rather, relabeled. It wasn't originally export, as I said. So we'll say it's modern, 2010s, and we will say Arizona Tecan. And the mesh, that comes next, actually. So we'll get out of this. Save, of course. Config file written successfully. You also have to put in the name in here so that you don't get confused. So Arizona Tecan. There it is. And now we will open, right-click. So right-click, edit it in Explorer to open up the Explorer window that I've talked about in the previous Blender for Trainz tutorial from way back. And I have to find my integrated mesh here. I'm actually going to just give it a more generic name here, rather than putting the version. So it goes in there. And then we need the texture files. They will drag and drop in there. Actually, I should copy them. In fact, I should have copied all of these. So I'll copy this one back so that I always have a backup. So select the textures, copy, paste. This will cooperate, yes. And then there are these text files which indicate what files are textures. So copy, paste. But you check the innards of these. These are actually generated by the exporter. It just indicates the file name. So we then close this, and then we open with the content creator. And we have to assign the mesh. The mesh table, default. So we pick our mesh here. There it is. It's very, very small, as you see. Incredibly small. Can't even see it from here. So we're going to have to actually test it in the game. I'm hoping for the best. Actually, maybe we can zoom it in. Let's see. Okay, so I have this old problem of the texture not displaying. But let's try something else, just for laughs. Config file written successfully. Let's commit this and then take a look. First of all, seeing if it does commit. Really important, actually. See, it's hanging. That's interesting, actually. Okay. Some kind of... Is there an error there? Let's see. Huh. Yeah, not a power of 2. So those textures are defective. They might be too large, actually. I don't really want them to be huge. So I'll cut them way down. That's the solution. I'm not saying that the power of 2 problem is wrong. I'm just saying that if I cut the size down, I can solve both problems. But in any case, that'll be in the next video.